that was fun. And then there's also, I guess,
I am Kang, and Kang demands.
On. I can't tell. Bro.
Steam attack.
Now it is.
They do not carry fair. They cannot even spell fair. You don't walk up to your birthday party. That's what I'm trying to ignore.
Energon detectors indicate Decepticons are swarming the city. This is a coordinated strike. We are facing a heavy, sustained attack. They appear to be after the Allspark fragment. This is the real deal, people. All defensive assets should be focused to secure the Allspark. Initiate red alert incursion protocol. Bravo, Alpha, Yo!
Instruction by the combat. What's your confidence, Sergeant?
It's our last resort, sir.
You know it has to be clear, you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Recruits, base is moving to lockdown, so we're going to have to suspend your training. You are very high potential material, but we are about to be in the middle of a firefight. We cannot put you in the field during a time like this, so sit tight. We will do our best to get you out of here when we can.
Get on watch Get on watch
Is that you, Stalwart?
Yeah, it's me.
As you probably figured out, the base is under siege. On a stealth transport pod assigned to evacuate human troops from harm's way. There are almost one reserve to help get the Allspark out of the city if the Voltaire comes under attack. Which they tell me might be happening. I mean, they never sent me to active duty before, but I guess we kind of have that in common. My orders will be to safely take the Allspark from Nest and follow an extraction route out of the city. I'm supposed to partner with human navigators. They told me there isn't anyone they can spare, so I asked them, what about the recruits? I mean, if any of you are willing to volunteer, I sure could use the help. The more eyes we have, the better. We'll have to react fast to keep the Allspark away from them, because out there in open city, it's going to be anything goes. I know recruits don't have much training, but you wouldn't be here if you didn't have courage. And your instincts, well, we're all just gonna have to rely on those. And together with my weaponry and hyperspeed moves, hey, Megatron and his Decepticons just won't stand a chance. I mean, right? Well, all that's left now is getting the green light from Optimus. And from you recruits. So think it over while I finish prep. I'm counting on you. I guess so is Earth. Evac out for now.
They're outside. Loretta hasn't talked to me. She hasn't responded.
Attention recruits! Can you read me? This is Theo Stalwart, National Security Advisor, on direct authority of the President. I advise you, regarding your mission to the Allspark, don't do it! Refuse! Stand down! Mutiny! Check it out! This is outrageous! Sending amateurs on a suicide mission! Don't! Stop! No!
Hey there, it's me, Wheelie. I mean, Commodore General Admiral Commander Wheelie. Monitoring our defenses, which are not holding so well. Here's what I got. I'm picking up Decepticon Ravage, moving his tail through Sector 1030, Sub-Level 9. Sub-Level 8. Sub-Level 7. Oh man, that thing can move. He's heading back to the All-Star.
Recruits, Autobot Evac has or soon will brief you on his orders to withdraw the Allspark and transport it to safety outside the city. We can no longer guarantee its protection here on base. Evac has made the run in simulations, but he has never faced field duty before, much less in combat conditions. So anything you can help him with might make all the difference. He has a great deal of faith in you recruits, and I hope he's right. Give up the Allspark, and we give up our future.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, recruits, and good luck.
Okay.
I sincerely hope that one day we get the chance to finish our training.
Recruits, Evac here. I'm patching you into someone who'd like to speak with you.
Recruits, I am Optimus Prime.
Hey.
I know we are asking much of you this day, but the Decepticons leave us no choice. Evac believes you can help him protect the Allspark.
I didn't say anything else. I was waiting for the spot.
So the fate of the Earth is in your hands. Take the Allspark to safety. Optimus out.
Listen up, recruits. I'm Autobot Evac, part of Optimus Prime's Nest Detail. As you probably figured out, the base is under siege. I'm a stealth transport bot assigned to evacuate human troops from harm's way. But I'm also on reserve to help get the Allspark out of the city if the vault here comes under attack. Which they tell me, I don't know, might be happening. I mean, they've never seen me in active duty before, but I guess we kind of have that in common. My orders will be to safely take the Allspark from Nest and follow an extraction route out of the city. I'm supposed to partner with human navigators, but they told me there isn't anyone they can spare, so I asked them, what about the recruits? I mean, if any of you were willing to volunteer, I sure could use the help. The more eyes we have, the better. We'll have to react fast to keep the Allspark away from them, because out there in open city, it's going to be anything goes. I know you recruits don't have much training, but you wouldn't be here if you didn't have courage. And your instincts, well, we're all just going to have to rely on those. And together with my weaponry and hyperspeed moves, hey, Megatron and his Decepticons just won't stand a chance. I mean, right? Well, all that's left now is getting the green light from Optimus, and from you recruits. So think it over while I finish prep. I'm counting on you. I guess so is Earth. Evac out for now.
Watch where you're going.
Can you read me? This is Theodore Sloan, National Security Advisor. I'm direct authority of the President. I advise you regarding your mission with the Allspark. Don't do it! Please, stand down. Check it out.
Everyone should have a pair of protective eyewear. Wait until you are seated before putting them on. Keep hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Hold on to the light restraint at all times and remain seated because the bags speed breakers do not disturb you with the items confidence.
Just stick to your script, lady. We hope we survive this thing. I think you mean good luck.
Our combat units can't hold the extraction move. Decepticon forces are breaking through. Decepticon Starscream identified. Decepticon Sideways identified. How's our big on Decepticon Grinder? And Megatron! Oh no, it's serious!
Okay, team. In case you missed them, here's your road rules.
EVAC can deploy 12 humans in 3 rows of 4. When you are authorized, enter a row and move to the furthest available seat. Supervise children, making sure that each child has their own seat on board EVAC. Do not lower your lap restraint until everyone in your row is seated. And keep arms and legs clear of EVAC's door.
You forgot to remind them about their eyewear?
First, I was saying a silent prayer for their safety.
Okay, thanks. We're at war. Hurry up!
You will require a set of protective eyewear. Wait until you are seated before putting them on. And of course, no eating, drinking, smoking, or photography of any kind. Hold on to the lap restraint at all times and remain seated.
Extraction team, this is Optimus Prime. My Autobots are taking the battle stations in Nest and the surrounding area. We'll provide you with all the cover we can, but the future of both our species will be decided by what happens with you. Protect the Allspark. Protect each other. Good luck. Prime out.
Recruits, we're heading out soon, so remember your orders. I'll remember mine.
Ready? Huh? You ready?
What?
I need to go to you.
Yeah, so I go to the fight. There goes the next one. Then
Yeah, Loretta asked me to send her a picture. I don't know what she wants. What do you think? She said your schedule.
No drinking, eating, smoking, or photography of any kind will be tolerated on your mission. EVAC can accommodate 4 humans per row. Someone authorized, move in the orderly fashion to the furthest seat in the row, and will not authorized before.
I have to go on the same road. Four.
wait, no. I gotta go first.
Yeah, next. And then go.
Next party already.
What?
Huh?
Bro.
What?
Glad I've got company. Now, put on your glasses. You guys are my navigators, so if anyone sees trouble...
Security breach. Level 2. Lockdown.
Uh-oh. That's trouble, all right. Watch out! It's Ravage. He's after the Allspark. No! Gotta catch him. Don't move. I'm on the catwalk. Behind you. Got it. Mission to go. Come on, let's get out of this city.
Good work. Autobots, roll out. I got Megatron. Keep going, Decepticons. Destroy them.
Maybe a little warning for me next time?
You can't escape Megatron.
Reverse thrusters! Full power! How do we find a way out of here? Wrong way! We're trapped!
Your planet belongs to me.
Take cover! Look, escape route. Wait, something's wrong. It's Devastator. But it's Vortex. We need cover. Hold on. Sideswipe.
Rookie, they trusted you with this mission.
We got it! Bone crusher! My gun's jammed! Get it! It's him again. Activate battle shields. We're hit! Hold on! Brace yourself! Everybody okay? We've got to find a way down. Optimus!
Cowards run, heroes fight. Your war is with me.
Optimus!
Protect the Allspark.
Just dropping in.
We're on our own. What do we do?
Beg to mercy never.
No more running to Cruise. He wants the Allspark? He can have it! Oh no!
Reported. Your bravery saved the planet. Well done, freedom fighters.
Way to improvise, team.
Yeah!
Thanks for meeting the challenge. Let's head on back to base. You can ride with evac anytime.
Hold this for a second.
Hello everybody, welcome aboard. If you still have space on your right side, all the way over to the right for me, we're going to try to fill up the train as much as we can. Did everybody get your 3D glasses? If you did not get a pair of 3D glasses, do me a favor and raise your hand. Make sure you get your 3D glasses now. We don't have a space for them on the back lot once we're in the studio for you to get 3D glasses, and you're going to need them later. You don't need to wear them right now, but you are going to need them a little bit later on in the tour. And if the gates are open, watch your arms and legs when they do close the gates. And if you have any small children, you want them seated towards the center, so their feet don't reach the bottom of the tram. That's when you're going to want to try to move them towards the center and not on the outsides. The goal here is to come back with the same number of people that we started with. Car one goes, nah, we can lose a couple. -3, who are the 3 that we're losing? Your little ones? Is that kids and husband? Keep the husband, lose the kids. That's fair enough. By the way, guys, I'm Georgie. Hi, guys. I'm gonna be your tour guide. Well, let's do this. We'll have a deal. Okay, if you throw the kids off, we get to keep them for movies. Okay, they become property of Universal. Now you don't get any of the royalties. Yeah, they're Universal's property. I see your thought process there. Last call. Anybody need 3D glasses? Raise your hands. Make sure we get them to you. All right, cool. For those of you that just joined us and you didn't get the intro, I'm Georgie. I'm your tour guide. And next to me is Sam. Sam is going to drive us around. She's the only reason we can leave the theme park and enter the studio. So give her a round of applause. Yeah. I sit backwards if I tried to drive. First of all, I don't know how to drive this beast. It's impressive. Second of all, if I tried to drive it backwards, it would be even more terrifying. So we're happy to have her. And then as soon as we get the go-ahead, we're going to roll out of here. We're going to leave the theme park. Now keep in mind, it's a busy day in the studio. We've got a lot of filming going on. Keep your cameras out. You can take as many photos as you want. You can take videos. If I disappear at any point, it's because they're actively filming, so I might just stop talking to you guys. And it's not because I've stopped liking you. It's because they're filming. But let's stop talking about it. Let's go into the studio, right? I've introduced myself, but we do have to have an official welcoming from, of course, Jimmy Fallon himself. He wants to say hello and welcome you to the tour.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Georgie.
And the greatest driver.
Sam.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Georgie
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
We do have to cover a couple of safety rules. First and foremost, whenever the vehicle's in motion, please remain seated. Keep your arms, legs, small children, anything you want by the end of the tour inside the vehicle at all times. This is the big one. It's the important one, and it's the one that's located over your heads. If you look up, you see a red emergency cord. If you guys have a medical emergency, if you drop anything of value off the side of the tram, if you have any audio or visual issues, please pull the emergency cord. That gives us a notification up here. Sam will stop, and then I will run back to you, and I get to be your hero in the moment, and it's the only reason I keep the job. I really like that energy. So if you guys have an emergency, pull the cord. Otherwise, stay seated and look at me. I made some jokes earlier. Do not jump out of the tram. Whatever you do not jump out of the vehicle. We're now leaving the theme park. We're entering private property on the studio, so stay inside of the vehicle, pull the cord, and I'll come back to help you out as soon as it's safe to do so. Also keep in mind we're going to have sudden tram movements, fire effects, water effects, loud noises, so keep that in mind. All of those things will be happening throughout the tour. We're together for about 45 minutes, so be kind to your neighbors. That means no smoking, no selfie sticks, no flash photography, because it's blinding and your photos turn out not as good with flash, so just turn the flashes off, and then we'll be able to rock and roll throughout and have a good 45-minute tour. We did it. We've entered the studio. We're already doing it, you guys. You can see along the timeline a couple of movies throughout the years that Universal has produced and has created. Universal Studios is the only place in the world that has a theme park, a studio, and we're a city. Universal Studios was founded by Carl Lemley, and he wanted to create a one-stop shop, and he did just that, and it went even above and beyond his expectations when it got a zip code, when it got a sheriff subdivision, when we got our very own fire station. In fact, on your right, you can see Fire Station 51, and wave hello to any of the firemen out there. You can even try to give them your phone number if you're single and looking. Girl, your husband is right next to you. Get out of here. That's right here. Alright, so Fire Station 51 is a real functioning fire station. They've come through and helped us out a lot in the past, and they will save us again in the future, so we're very grateful to have them here. Now we've also got a studio. That is the main event of Universal Studios. We make films, we make TV shows, we have news that kind of broadcasts out of Universal Studios. So we have to have everything available for filmmakers. That includes every step of the process of filmmaking. Pre-production, production, and post-production are all handled on this lot. For production, we've got sound stages, and we've got exterior sets. If you look off to your left-hand side, you guys will see our first sound stage, and I'm going to go a little bit lower on the microphone because we're entering our busiest area of our lot to make sure I don't interrupt any filming that may be happening. They were filming earlier for Saved by the Bell, so I'm going to keep my eyes open for any red flashing lights. Soundstage 12, though, on your left, you guys can see, has a big logo of The Voice painted on it because that's where they've been filming for The Voice for the past several years. It's currently under construction, though, so The Voice has been relocated. They're still on the lot. They're just filming in a different soundstage. We also have shows like the Kelly Clarkson show that films inside of Soundstage 1, Keenan, which films inside of these sound stages to your right, I'm sorry, to your left, to Soundstage 20. And then stages 16, 17, and 18. The doors are open for 16 and 17. Look inside. That's where they filmed for Saved by the Bell. And they were actively filming earlier. So always look inside of our sound stages if the doors are open. You might just see the backs of the flats. We've got a Palisades Public School District school bus out here for you guys as a nice little hint as to what films inside of those stages. All of this area is used for Saved by the Bell. All of the trailers, all of the production vehicles. A lot of these trailers are going to be used for hair and makeup. We've also got wardrobe out here. As we round the corner, you'll see a rack of wardrobe. Take pictures. You might see a shirt in a show later. Or, honestly, you might end up catching a picture of somebody that you didn't realize was there the whole time. These stages, before they used them for Saved by the Bell, they were used for a show called Superstore with America Ferrera and Beth Feldman and Lauren Ash. I mean, it's such a great show. If you guys didn't catch Superstore, it is a fully wrapped series, but they filmed inside of 16, 17, and 21. And I'll show you guys what it looked like when they were inside of those stages.
I know it's hot in here, but let's have some patience for one another.
Yeah, you know, the heat makes us all act.
If your face stays where it is, it's gonna get punched.
For the show Superstore, they took out the dividing wall between stages 16 and 17 so they can create one giant soundstage, and they used that as the Superstore, as Cloud9. It was huge and really impressive because they were able to add as much detail as possible. You would never have been able to tell that you were inside of a soundstage. A big tell when you're filming